Why is it so important to learn words? Because they all have meaning, and when you learn words, you understand the meaning of things. You can get to the bottom of things. You can understand. What is understanding? It's standing underneath something for long enough to be able to rebuild. And how do you rebuild knowledge? You learn. But you have to be able to stand under long enough, which might be uncomfortable because you have a belief system that you believe in already. So you have to be comfortable enough and humble yourself enough to be able to stand under there and learn new information. That's understanding. And then when you're able to do that, you can relook at words. You can relook at things with an open mind and start to learn. Words like Israel. Where does that word come from? Israel. Well, is from Isis, the old ancient moon goddess that they used to worship, Isis. Ra is Ra from the sun god, Amun-Ra, the old ancient sun god. And Israel was from Saturn. They used to call Saturn El. It was a god that they worshipped, the old Phoenicians and the Egyptians way back in the day. So when you are able to stand under something for a long enough time, uncomfortably, and relearn information, you can relook at so much of our stuff and start to understand where these words even come from. So that word in itself is built of three gods, a triune relationship, sort of a relationship, which is what all of these ancient gods were. You know, Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. These are all triune relationships, right? And carried on to Christianity with the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. It's all triune relationships, and it's interesting. Now, King Solomon's Temple. King Solomon's Temple was built way back then, and it was a gift to God, and it was also supposed to house the Ark of the Covenant. And it was destroyed by the Babylonians way back in the day, right? Now, King Solomon's Temple, if you look at the word Solomon, what does it mean? Well, Sol means the sun in Latin, right? Sol. Om meant the sun in Hindu. So Om meant the sun in Hindu. So now you have Sol, sun in Latin, Om, sun in Hindu. And On was actually an old city in Egypt called Heliopolis that they called On because it was just so vibrant, and it was it was the biggest city, it was the brightest, and it just had the most going on, and they called it On. And that's where we get like flicking a light switch on. I'm sure that's where we get to a lot of these products. You know, there's I believe it's like a camera product called On, or lights or something, I don't know, but there's a whole bunch of products, and that's where we get this stuff. So Solomon it's all built in. So learn the meaning of these words. How do you learn, though? You got to understand. And how do you understand? You got to be able to stand under the information long enough to rebuild new information. It takes humility, people. And if you think that you have learned all of it and you know enough, and I don't need to learn anymore, I know everything, I learned everything already, even if you went to school, you got your master's degree, or even if you're a lawyer, right? It doesn't matter. There's always stuff to learn. So humble yourself first. Understand that you can always learn more. Understand that what we were taught was a lie to begin with, and now we have to relearn some things. So if you can get there mentally, where wow, so much of our past, our history, our science, our everything is a lie. Now I want to learn what the truth is. I want to learn some things. If you can get there, you will. I will be so proud of you, because you will be in a position where the ball is in your court and you have the power. You're powerless if you're not learning. Powerless. I'll tell you that, because knowledge is power. Gifting someone information, you should see what it's like when you gift somebody information that unlocks a door in their mind. Because that's what this information does. It unlocks doors in your mind, and you've been locked in. That's why you think you're spinning on a magical ball. You've been locked in. Your mind is locked. And it's going to take possibly people like me that are sharing the truth and that don't care about what people think of them. I don't care what people think of me. I am perfectly content in my life. I have a relationship with with God, with my higher power. I have a good relationship with my family, who I love, and I treat this earth and everyone on it with nothing but utmost respect. So I got no issues with anything or anyone. I want people to be successful, to learn, to live, to love. That's what I want. But the powers above want to squash me down because they hate my message. They hate that I share the truth. And they hate that my message is truth, love, and peace. Because when that happens and all the people start understanding and learning, only the evil ones will remain. And that's the fact. But again, this is entertainment and satire only. I'm almost at work, so I gotta skedaddle. But I love you all. Thank you all so much.